Welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of the Pepper Pack Podcast. I am the random dude, Josh, and of course, I can't do this alone because I have to have my partner in crime, comrade, sometimes, whatever. It's just Zach. Zach, how are you?
I am the educator, not a partner in crime. You're going to get me fired. But I'm doing great, Josh. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. I mean, we've got an awesome guest for this episode. We've got exciting things coming up here in the next few months.
I'm very excited.
Yes, absolutely. So if you guys are kind of curious what we're talking about, actually, before we get into that, we have to start this episode off the right way because I don't know about you, I am thirsty. So I've got my tall boy here. Zach's got his regular boy.
Or do I?
Oh, Zach. Okay, so for those of you who are not watching on YouTube, Zach is
I caught it.
Almost dropped the zero sugar Dr. Peppers. We'll get into those in a bit. But we have to start this episode off the proper way.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's the stuff.
If love had a noise,
that would be it. Mm-hmm. And that's why we start the show off with that.
Forget annoying alarm clocks. If I can get my phone to just make that sound really loud, that would wake me up faster than anything. Because I'm like, "Where's my Dr. Pepper?"
Actually, that's doable. I can make that and I'll send it to you later.
Okay. Thank you.
But so big announcement. So you guys have heard us talk about this, and we are getting closer. So definitely a safe time to say that in May. So the episode that will air on May 23rd, that will actually be a live episode.
Live.
In
person.
Now, exactly. Like Zach and I will actually literally physically be standing next to each other.
Pray for me.
More like pray for me. What are you talking about? But no, so it will actually be the 1-year anniversary of the start of this particular podcast, and we will be streaming the episode live from the Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas.
Do we want to tell them what time? Because we kind of know what time. Or are we going to hold off on that?
Stay tuned to our social media for more details as we get closer. So, and then we're also toying with the idea of potentially doing a meet and greet, obviously depending on the state of things going on. We'll determine how that'll all work, but we'll figure that all out and we'll keep you all updated on that. But before we move on any further, Zach,
Josh,
I feel that you have some Dr. Pepper knowledge that you wish to share with.
I almost forgot about that. I was about to introduce our guest. Is that what I want? Nope. I want this other thing.
It's that there one file on that part.
Well, no, I because yes, I'm old school. I do PowerPoint. I was doing the presenter mode rather than the display mode. So tech stuff, America, potatoes. So Dr. Pepper history with me, Zach, the Dr. Pepper teacher. And as we go through our logos and slogans of Dr. Pepper, this is one of the ones that I think was most memorable for me just because of the time period of what it's short. Dr. Pepper makes the world taste better. This was in 2000, so I would have been 12, 13, depending on the month. And I remember this commercial so well. The Dr. Pepper, you make the world taste better. Then they go, Dr. Pepper. Josh, I'm going to stop singing. This is why we stopped singing on the diet because I know it's not very good.
Now you're killing me.
I made a joke. But I'll be walking around my classroom while my kids are taking tests, and I just have this song stuck in my head, and I'm singing it, and they're like, Mr. Bowman, stop. We get it. It makes the world taste better, but it makes our test scores fall because we can't focus. But I love this song, and I could just sing this all the time. And It's right up there with the I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper. It's just very catchy. It's always stuck in my head. There are some videos out there on YouTube that I thought about pulling into the PowerPoint, but I know last time I pulled in videos, they didn't turn out so great and made Josh have to do a lot of extra work. So I went ahead and skipped that. But
you know what I will do? I will include links to those videos in the show notes below. So after the episode, you can click on those.
Or you're going to do a commercial break and bring it in and cut me out when I'm talking.
No, I wouldn't do that. Yes, I would.
Yep. Dr. Pepper, you make the world taste better. Oh, I thought you were going to cut me out. Hey, guys, if you didn't know, Dr. Pepper makes the world taste better.
It really does, yes. But you know what does make the world better? Stickers.
Cookies. Oh. Sorry, I thought we were doing Dario there.
No.
Speaking of which, we need to have a conversation about Dario.
Okay, quick conversation. Then we got to get into talking about stickers because I think it's a very important topic to talk about.
Yes. So, we talked to Dario. He was chatting on our comments on a previous episode. I know it's out there. And I was mentioning the one item that I've been looking for, a lunchbox similar to this one, but with white lettering and rims. Dario and I were just happened to be chatting on Facebook the other night. And I was like, I'm on eBay and I find it. And it was an affordable price. It said one left. So I clicked on it. I typed in the amount, hit purchase. And within like 30 seconds, it's like, oh, this item's no longer available. I was like, what in the world? And I hit refresh and went back out and it was still there. And I went to the seller's page and it says still available, one purchase. And like, I spent about 10, 15 minutes working on getting this lunchbox. And it's like, it wouldn't work. And I was like, Dario's on Facebook. I was like, dude, this is so dumb. I finally found my lunchbox. And I purchased it, but it wouldn't let me purchase it because it said it's not there. And he sends me the gif of Homer Simpson just sliding back into the bushes. And I was like, you jerk. You told me that if you found that, you would let me know because that's the one I wanted. He's like, I bought that like 3 days ago. I didn't tell you because that was like the last thing I'm going to be able to buy for a while. And I was like, but it said what available, so that means they had multiple. I was like, how many did you buy? He's like, I think just one, but if I got more than one, I'll sell you one. I was like, oh, come on, man. So I'm just praying that he accidentally bought like 6 and he can send me one.
I feel like, and maybe this is just me coming to bat for you. I feel like Dario should just send it to you.
I would agree. Because Dario, I did return his little sweet costume.
Mm-hmm.
And he's lucky I had, because if he would have told me he bought that lunchbox, I might have had to hold on to a little sweet costume.
For just a little longer?
Yeah, like 8 years.
That 8? Really? Not 23?
Well, no, I'm just going to keep adding until I got there.
Oh, okay.
But, Dario, I forgive you, but it hurts, like, really bad. And I just want you to know I'm going to eat cookies. And you can't have any. Okay. I need to talk to someone else, Josh. I just got to get that. I just got to get that off my chest.
Okay. Well, our guest for this episode has made such a huge impact on the Pepper Patch. And I don't know about you. I'm excited to speak with her. This is Lesli from the 8/2017 store. Lesli,
Hi,
how are you today?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Oh,
I'm caffeinated. I should wait for you to drink that, Josh.
Get that.
I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as she said, "How are you doing?" I was like, "I need to hesitate. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop."
Now, Josh, you may not know this before we get into our questions, but I believe Lesli is the only other person prior to COVID that Dr. Pepper did a spotlight on. Me and her, I think, were the only ones that they did public spotlight.
I was so jealous of yours. I was so jealous.
Didn't they do one of you too?
Yeah, they did one of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did one of me. Yeah, they did one of me, but I was jealous when I saw yours because I was like, oh, I'm going to be in the spotlight. I'm a Pepper too.
Yeah.
How do you think I feel?
So yeah, they just they just did that post in the Pepper Pack asking what we want to see this year, and so that's what I put because I got to add a different one. I said I want to see more Pepper Pack spotlight, highlight profiles, and things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love what
they didn't do that many of them.
Well, I think they wanted to let us have our voice versus just giving us the options. But I think it was I always say her name, Jinsita. She was like, if anyone didn't vote for Vanilla Float, you just need to leave. And I was like, yes. Did you see her comment there?
I missed it, but I've been
Yeah.
Today's been a busy day, so
and if I'm saying your name wrong and you're watching this, I apologize. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. I just usually call my students Steve because I forget their names.
You know what? At that point, if you did say it wrong, there's one thing, Zach, that you will have to say. Are you ready for this? Are you sitting down?
Yes, I'm always sitting down because I'm in the chair.
You will have to tell her, and I quote, "I will try to do better," end quote.
No, because that would not mean that I would really give my best effort. I will do better.
So, Leslie, in case you didn't know, the T word is a bad word in his classroom. So they're not allowed to say that they are going to try to do better.
Or I don't want them to do that. I want them to have the mentality that they're going to do their best. And if they get something wrong, that's okay. We're going to learn and we're going to improve. So as long as because I tell them if they're doing the T word, like I would tell my parents all the time, they'd be like, clean your room or do your homework. I'm like, okay, I'll T word because I really didn't want to. It's an attitude. So I tell them to get the mindset that they can do it.
That's actually really good. I'm going to start telling my kids that. I'm going to use that. Maybe they'll listen to me. Probably not, but I'll give it a shot.
Tell them the Dr. Pepper teacher's watching.
and when you say that the Dr. Pepper teacher is watching, you also have to put in the
yes.
That's neither here nor there. But so the first question that I want to ask you is how did your dedication, because it's not an obsession, it's not an addiction, it is dedication to Dr. Pepper begin?
We grew up on it. So, I mean, we always had Dr. Pepper. I'm from a really small country town here in Texas. And my mom and my grandparents, that's what we drank. Like, that was all we had was Dr. Pepper. And so even as an adult, my mom, I remember like she would always have a Dr. Pepper. And she came and stayed with me. She's like, I got to make sure I get my case of Dr. Peppers. And she lived in East Texas. And so I used to make fun of her because she would get like the off-brand Dr. Pepper in East Texas.
The imposters.
I know.
The doctor downgrades.
Doctor downgrades.
Yes. And like she like swore by it. And I remember one time she brought a case of the off-brand to my house. And I was like, Mom, what? I'll buy you some actual Dr. Pepper. Like, if it's going to be that hard, like I will get you some so you can actually have the real thing. But yeah, we've just always had it. And we always have it here in the house. My middle son, he loves cherry Dr. Pepper. I'm an original. I feel like I just love the original. But yeah, we always have it. I've got it in my little mini fridge over here in my office. Ta-da.
Oh, yeah.
So I keep the minis everywhere. And yeah, I have the Dr. Pepper mini fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got really lucky with that find.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law actually found it for me because I had looked everywhere and couldn't find any. They were all sold out.
Yeah,
Zach, I think you have them. Do you have them all?
I have one of the mini fridges. I was looking for them forever. I couldn't find them anywhere. And then one day I did find them at a Walmart here in Wichita, and I bought all 13. And my wife's like, "Are you kidding me? They're $25 a piece." And I was like, "I know, but I know there's people in the Pepper Pack that want it, and I love helping people out." So I posted the Pepper Pack. I said, "Hey, this is what I bought it for. I will let you know how much it costs to ship to your house as cheap as I can get it there with keeping it safe. If you're willing to pay for it to just cover my cost, I will send it to you." And I ended up selling all the ones I had and getting them out to other Pepper Pack ambassadors that weren't able to find it.
Nice. That is so nice. I love
do what
that.
I can. Josh, you never asked for one, bro. I'd post all over the Pepper Pack.
No comment. No, I think at the time I just didn't have the money to.
Yeah.
to allocate for that purchase.
I could have put it on a layaway for you.
That's good. You know what? I'll find it. It is totally fine.
All the listeners under 18 are like, what's layaway?
Yeah, so at that point, what I want them to do is you need to go find a Rolodex and find the number for layaway and dial that number on a rotary phone. Tell me how long it takes you.
At a gas station.
They wouldn't get it.
No, the fact that I just said a Rolodex, they'd be like, what? But
rotary phone?
What
how
is
do you
that?
hamster wheel? Potato?
Oh, man. So moving along here. So Leslie, how did you come to find out about the Pepper Pack?
So I actually had posted a picture on Instagram of a can of Dr. Pepper next to a jar of cookie butter from Trader Joe's. I don't know if y'all have ever had it, but it is so good. I will buy it and just take it and like eat it with a spoon out of the jar. Like I don't put it on anything. It's just perfect by itself. Anyways, I
do the same thing with Dr. Pepper, but it kind of spills off the spoon and I just try to chug the
can. I posted the picture and I tagged Dr. Pepper and they seen it and reached out to me and said, hey, you should check your DMs. And the rest is history, and here I am.
And you're like, I'm on a first name basis with Dr. Pepper. What?
Exactly. That means Leslie and I are
shut your mouth.
That DM
shut
crew,
your mouth. You shut your mouth. Hey, Dr. Pepper and I communicate just fine now.
Oh, hey. So do I. I communicate with them too. I don't want to hear it.
I'm going to say I don't have Instagram, and I didn't have Twitter until I got to be an ambassador for Dr. Pepper. And so I don't feel like they reach out to many people first on Facebook. I think they look for the other social medias. But either way, which brings me to my next question. Go away. Leslie, when did you first officially join the Pepper Pack? Do you remember the date or a month? And
it's been so. I remember that it was when I first got told when they DM'd me. It was in like March or April, 3 years ago. March or April. And then I applied.
So
and I was like,
of 18?
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, so 2018.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I was in 2017. So that was meant for Josh because I just saw his post on our Discord about February 12th, 2018. And
I'm pretty sure that's when it was. It was 2018. Yeah. So they had sent me the DM. I applied for it. And then I didn't hear anything. So I was like, oh my gosh, like they hated me. They don't really want me. And
felt
then,
the same way.
yeah, I felt so rejected. I was like, you slid in my DMs and now you're rejecting me.
This message has gone flat.
Oh, that's good.
Carbonated beverage joke. Go get it later, y'all.
So yeah, they and then finally July. I think it was July that they. It was July that they officially introduced me, and I remember because I was just turning. How old am I turning this year? 34. So I think I was like getting ready to turn like 31, maybe. Mm-hmm. I think that's the math. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was super excited because I was like, this is like the best birthday gift ever. So it's nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A few years now.
And then you probably were part of the group. Did you get the birthday cake, Dr. Pepper? Because I think you were that.
I did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the birthday just got better.
Lucky. Yeah. Oh my, it was amazing. And I remember, so I actually had gotten a can of it from another Pepper Pack member.
Because there are a lot of you guys in Texas.
Yes. And so I tried it before, if I remember correctly, I tried it before I actually got my box. Mm-hmm. And I tried it and I was like, This is like eating icing out of a can.
Mhm.
Have y'all tasted them? Because
Oh yeah, it's like liquid diabetes.
That's what I
Yeah,
always tell it to people is like, you take a can of vanilla icing and pour Dr. Pepper in, mix it up and drink it, and that's literally what it tastes like.
Yeah, that is not one that you can chug. I mean, you have to babysit that thing. Unless you're Zach, and then you'll end up with type 1 and type 2 diabetes.
You're not supposed to chug it.
I mean,
Zach, your stomach is a special breed of iron that I can't even comprehend.
has to be.
I just, Jesus loves me. I don't know what it is. I'm just thankful.
We're going to talk off air. I got questions for you.
Okay. Cool. Hey, I got answers. But yeah. So, my next question. What has been one of your favorite memories of being in the Pepper Pack outside of being on the podcast with us right now?
Obviously.
I mean, thank you. Keep going. Keep going and stop. No more.
So I think probably one of my other favorite things was, I mean, y'all are amazing, clearly, obviously.
Okay.
No, stop. Stop.
I got to do, they featured one of my, do you remember when they did the commercial, like the, for college, what is it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
They did the promotion. They had us drink it, Dr. Pepper, and they said, like, show off your I'm a Pepper, or they didn't make, like, was it the 10-second video one, or was it like the college football one?
It was college football, because I remember like they like put our clip in with a Dr. Pepper clip that they had, and then they like posted it. But it was us like responding to like a guy at a college football field or something like that. How do y'all not remember this?
Was it the contest where you had to pose with the 12-pack for the 3-year supply that I missed out on?
No.
I remember who beat me. I'm still a little bitter. That might be why they haven't been on the podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
This one was, I don't remember. I just know that like they featured it like on their like Twitter page. And it was really cool. It's really cool to actually like, they had you like record yourself like saying this like line, or not a line, but like making up your best line to their clip so they could feature it in with the guy.
My next question was that an Instagram only one? Because with not having Instagram, I might not have participated in that.
Yeah, it wasn't an Instagram only. No. Okay. I'm gonna find it after this, and I'm gonna send it to y'all, because
and we'll put it one of my in the show notes and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah. That's probably one of my favorite parts so far. Well, of course, and all the swag, and then like, you know, knowing me by name, like it's Dr. Pepper. No.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. Like, yes, the free stuff is awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, getting the flavors before other people is awesome. But I just love that, like, they know and talk to us, and they allow us to represent them and share our love for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a particular podcast.
I mean, yeah. Now, Josh, you mentioned
our own horn, but
Josh, you mentioned her store earlier. So for those who are listening, Leslie has an Etsy store that has a bunch of variety of stickers, different things. I don't even know what all you got, but like I went after your Dr. Pepper stuff, and I would love to show off the stickers right now, but they're on the back of my Windows Surface. Hashtag not sponsored, but if you want to send me a new one, this teacher would be so thankful. Windows, Microsoft.
Actually, I have good news about that, because I think, Zach, you were the one to say that
I bought the bottle cap. Yeah, coaster. I thought it was a sticker.
I have it in a sticker, and I also got it. It's coming in a magnet. So the bottle cap is going to actually be, that design will be in a magnet. So
now go back, great. Josh. As you're scrolling through, like go down. I said go back, but now go down because I saw a better picture. The guy, the silhouette here, I know that's from Friends. Is that Joey? How you doing?
Yeah,
that's Joey.
I think I need you to make something like that of Josh and I. And I know you have done a comic one of
Yeah,
yours
I'm not gonna count that because that was just me playing around. So we don't have to tell people about that.
No, but like I think you need to get like the spiky hair silhouette of me like that, and one of Josh like drinking, and with some of our Dr. Pepper lines, like Josh can say potatoes, and I'll say something else. But the Pepper Pack podcast wants you, and by the Pepper Pack podcast, I'm talking about me. I want you to make stuff for us, and you can sell it and make money.
I'm all for it. I'll definitely help you guys out. Now, don't hold me to it like tomorrow.
Yesterday.
Chop chop. Yes, I will put that on my to-do for sure. Happy to do it.
Awesome. So for those of you who are not watching
Dr.
this
Pepper makes my hair
on
stand up.
YouTube,
That's what it'll say.
Ooh, that'd be good, especially where I don't have any.
I'm sorry. That was mean. Go ahead, Josh. For those of you who are watching on.
On that note, so for those of you who are not watching this on YouTube, we're actually sharing Leslie's website up on the screen, so you'll want to check this out because her designs are simple yet impactful. Mm-hmm. I think out of all the ones that I've seen thus far, I love them all. I mean, you've got the treat yourself, because you have to say that. I feel like you have to say that with the twang, or else you miss the impact.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. Treat yourself.
Peace, love, and Dr. Pepper. I mean, that's just the mantra we should all live by.
The only thing else you need to add is tacos.
Tacos
You're right.
and Dr. Pepper.
I do need to add. Yeah. I do need to add tacos.
What you taco about? No. How do you say it? What you taco about? And have a Dr. Pepper. I'll figure it out. That didn't sound good. Josh, edit that out.
No, we're keeping that in, dude. Keeping that one in. But we've also got the vintage bottle cap with the 1024, and then the vintage refrigerator. Mm-hmm. So
that one's my favorite.
I was going to ask you about that one. Like, why that one?
Well,
aside from it being your favorite.
So I had seen because I've looked up like Dr. Pepper stickers, and I've seen like what other people were making, and I was like, I don't want it to be like so because this one comes in a magnet too. I just restocked the magnet for this one. And it's been super popular. But I love all things vintage. And so I knew that I had the bottle cap, and that was a perfect addition. But this one, I was like, I was looking up Dr. Pepper, like old vintage items. And this beautiful, like turquoise refrigerator came up. And number one, I wanted to buy it. And then number two, I can't because it's a lot of money. But
I know that feeling.
Like, I'm just gonna make that. It's like every time I see something, I'm like, I need that. But then my pocketbook is like, no, you don't. So this, I was like, I'm gonna make it into
my
a sticker.
pocketbook laughs at me and says, "Good luck."
Like, what are you doing? Put that down. You don't need that.
No.
So yeah, that's where it came from. I saw it.
I love that. Yeah, and that's just a classic design anyway. And I feel you've really captured the essence of that classic vending machine.
Yeah.
Very well.
So I just figured out my taco one. So you got to have a taco and Dr. Pepper next to it, and you can say taco about flavor.
I love that. So you want me to like take that idea and make money off of it? But it's your idea.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I love to just help people out. If you make money off it, that's awesome. I'm here to help you out. If you say, hey, I made so much money, I don't need it all, then sure, I'll take whatever you don't want. But I get ideas and I like to share them.
Now, so the cool thing though with this, you've also been featured from Dr. Pepper, at least within the Pepper Pack.
Did
about this.
Yeah.
How was that? Like,
it was actually surprising. So they reached out to me again, we're best friends practically. So they had reached out to me and was like, hey, we'd love to feature you. We love your stickers. Like, we'd love to, know more about it. So I was like, oh my God, like they actually, because I was nervous when I first started making the Dr. Pepper ones. I was like, what if Dr. Pepper is like, absolutely not, cease and desist, like you can't do that, like that's our name and you can't do anything with it. So I was super nervous that I actually did it. Before I was like officially tagging them like on all my posts. I think I reached out to them on Instagram. I was like, hey, like, do you mind like if I do this? Like, I don't really know what the rules are. And so they were fine with it. And then I think like a month or so goes by when I've like made several, and they reached out and was like, hey, we'd love to feature you. So it was great. It was a really, it was a good feeling because it's not my full-time job. I have a full-time job, and it's something that I do like on the side to kind of just help to make sure that I'm not depressed all the time. And it kind of just, I threw out an idea and people ran with it. So
again, for those who are listening to this,
I love that.
I'll actually share this. I actually pulled it up from my email because they sent this out to all the Pepper Pack members, and so yeah, it was definitely cool to see not only your work. I like the hashtag Dr. Pepper is Bae.
Yeah, that was last summer. Well, a couple of summers ago. When is it? In 2018. Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
Okay. So that would have been around the time that you had just
then I joined
the Pepper Pack.
Yeah.
So
I was trying to let it be known that like, hey, I'm taken off the market. I'm off the ambassador market.
That's a great way to put it. We're taking off the market. But yeah, so I'll definitely share this just because it was such a cool spotlight to be able to read and enjoy and honestly kind of enjoy the moment with you. I'm sure you were just like, oh my gosh.
I was super excited. Yeah, it's nice. You know, I know that like a lot of us like Pepper Pack members see it, and I know there's a whole, ton of us, but like for me, it was nice to just be able to like share a little bit of my story, and it's nothing super special, but just a little bit of work that I've done. It was appreciated, and I appreciate them for that.
Yeah.
Your youngest son, how old is he?
Draper.
Yeah.
He will be 2 in May.
Okay, so my daughter turns 2 tomorrow, and
happy birthday to her.
She had Dr. Pepper on her first birthday. My wife's a dental hygienist, so she's like, no soda, no pop. It's so bad for them. I'm like, it's her birthday, and I'm the Dr. Pepper teacher. She's having a sip. And so she's drinking it. She loves it. And she always sees my shirts and everything, so she always like, Pepper, Pepper, Pepper. And so I told my wife, like, she's home with me tomorrow because I'm on spring break. She's getting some Dr. Pepper. And she's like, oh. And I was like, it's okay. She'll be fine. We're going to lunch.
She'll be bouncing off the walls, but
that's my goal. But I was going to ask you, Draper, has he had Dr. Pepper yet?
He has, yeah. I'm not. I should probably be more particular with how much I give him. But I'm like, he's a baby. Like, like let him have some. Like, as long as it's not like right now, like his bedtime and having like a whole can of Dr. Pepper. It's, you can tell like when he has some though, he's like, oh wow, like this is good.
There's no judgment for me. I just wanted to know what he thought. Like if he liked it, and he's going to be in.
He's a fan. Absolutely, he's a fan, and 20, 25 years, absolutely. He's going to carry on and take it over.
We need a legacy Pepper Pack for our kids.
Yeah.
Yes,
for sure.
That would be great. Speaking of reactions, though, Zach, I got a question for you.
I have zero idea. It has come
to my attention. Yeah, I'm sure you have zero ideas, but it has come to my attention that you have acquired a flavor or 3 of Dr. Peppers.
I was able to snag all 3 new flavors today. I even go to a store I don't usually shop at because it's the enemy from where I used to.
Are you drinking them, or are you just like putting them in your shrine?
Okay.
The answer to that, I can answer that. It's yes.
So, Leslie, something I've talked about is I have noticed several of my Lumina cans that are full because I like to keep them full because they feel more collectible. Have started to leak out the bottom. So I've been going to and opening my cans and dumping them out because you can't drink it. And I know that's a cardinal sin, But some of these liquids in here are like 5+ years old.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if I might die because it's not because it's bad, but like with age things get better, and I just don't think the human body can have something that pure.
But you said Jesus loves you and you can handle it. So
Yeah,
he does love.
You did say that.
You'd be fine.
Okay. All right, so Josh, have fun in Waco by yourself when I'm.
Well, you know what, Leslie, we're looking for a new co-host. So if you want to join me,
you did this to me a couple days ago.
So.
You kicked me out. No, so yeah, so I have these. I've not had them yet. I bought them and I wanted to drink them on this, and I gave a little teaser during our live episode that I'd be doing this. So what do you guys think? Should I start with the zero cherry, the zero sugar cream soda, or the zero regular?
You know, I'm going to let Leslie make that decision. She's the guest. She gets to choose.
Thank you. I want to say the cream soda.
Okay.
Is that what it is? Is that what you said? The cream soda?
And that's kind of what I was thinking, because that's supposed to have, a little bit of a softer flavor, I think. And the cherry is very distinct and bold. Like when you have Dr. Pepper cherry, it just hits you in the face. And then I can finish off with the regular and see how that.
Is it bad that, like, as much as I love Dr. Pepper, I would feel like a traitor if I drank it with no sugar? Like,
I think since Dr. Pepper this is a Dr. Pepper product, I have no problem drinking it.
I was going to say, I've done the same thing with caffeine-free Dr. Pepper, and they have it. It's all over Utah.
No, so it does have aspartame, but I mean that it's going to give that flavor. And I know some people have different feelings about that, but I don't care. It's Dr. Pepper.
I don't like it.
But does it taste good? How does it taste?
I don't know. I haven't drank it yet. I'm going to do it right now.
Open it. Pop it.
For you guys.
Let's go. Let me crack it open. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that flicks the top of the can.
I always do. Because, and I show my students this, like, you can shake up the can, and I sit there and flick it for like a good 30 seconds, and you crack it open, and it doesn't explode. Little fun fact for these that don't know. Flick the top. It helps it not explode. That.
So why is that? I'm curious.
It has to do. It's some sort of the science of the carbonation, and it's not distills. It kind of like dampens the
carbonation.
Yeah, not the carbonation, but the pressure, and so that way I think it like kind of settles it or disrupts it or whatever. So it's not. It doesn't. Every now and then I'll still get a pop or a little shoots out, but it's not like like volcano. I've always wanted to do a video where I sit there and shake up a can and then do it, but I'm always afraid that one time I do record that, it does blow up on me, and then I'm like, that was stupid.
Hey, I know the perfect time and place to do that.
Waco, when you're sitting right next to me, so if it explodes.
Absolutely. Slow motion, like.
So here goes the Dr. Pepper and cream soda, zero sugar. I think this is almost sweeter than the regular cream soda.
Whoa.
Because this at first was kind of gave me the icing on the cake flavor because it was really sweet. But it's not as strong. And I told you this, Josh. I was at a mechanic getting my oil changed when the cream soda first came out. And I gave one to the mechanic and he drank it. He's like, oh yeah, that reminds me of when we used to stick butterscotch in our soda and then drink it. And so that's all I could taste now when I drink cream soda is the butterscotch. Like, and I'm like, thanks a lot, man. You ruined it for me. But this actually has a taste
like it doesn't have sugar. Like, because I know sometimes like the diet
I wouldn't say
soda
it doesn't because it's very sweet and it's smooth. It's not like a scratch the back of your throat kind of sweet. It's like it's just the smooth runs down. You could makes my hair stand up type of stuff.
I would know what that's like.
Well, you better drink some then, and maybe it will happen. Yeah, but I could drink a lot of that. That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah. What? It does have that extra sweet kind of more cream flavor. The regular cream soda, Dr. Pepper and cream soda. I'm not a big fan of the balance of it. Like I'll drink it if I don't have anything else, but otherwise I'm going for regular. That zero was actually pretty good. Okay, so now I'll do that cherry and zero sugar.
So while he's going tap tap taparoo on his can,
I just opened this one. No tap tap taparoo.
Leslie, a question for you: how do you prefer drinking your Dr. Pepper? Can, bottle, IV drip, fountain?
Well,
Yes.
I do have an IV in my office over here, and if I'm like super tired, I'm just
Can you
plug it
send
up
me
and
one,
I'm good.
please?
But
Or 23.
It or 23. It kind of depends on my mood because I prefer I actually don't prefer it straight out of the can. I want it really cold, and so I want it on ice. I love it on ice. Now, I will drink it. I have it sitting here in my can, and I will drink it. I had it earlier because I had a headache, and so I was like, I'm going to take some Dr Pepper. But there's times where too, I'm craving a bottle Dr Pepper, fresh from the gas station. There's something, it just tastes different having a bottle of Dr Pepper versus a can of Dr Pepper. And I fight my kids and my boyfriend all the time because if I open it and leave it in the fridge, I tell them don't drink it, don't touch it, it's mine. And they don't know how to screw the lid back on all the way. So I feel like when I open it back up to drink it, it's flat. And I'm like, don't drink it. Just get your own. I get these because I crave them. That's why I also got some from my office because I was like, everybody's trying to drink my Dr. Pepper and you're making it flat and I don't like that. So it depends on the day, depends on the mood, depends on the day I've had.
I totally relate.
All right, Zach,
Okay.
What do you think of the next one?
Okay, I have an idea. This is the Dr. Pepper Cherry Zero Sugar. So it's not bad, but I think it tastes different than the regular Dr. Pepper Cherry. Because the regular Dr. Pepper Cherry, I immediately get a strong cherry flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did my taste test back with my coworker, I have that video on YouTube, or he has a video on YouTube that I can share that later. But when we did the Dr. Pepper Cherry, we drank that first, and that flavor just stuck in my mouth forever. Even as I was drinking the other ones, I could still taste the cherry. This one, it doesn't have that strong flavor that just sits in your mouth. You could taste it's a little different than regular Dr. Pepper, and it's red. The Dr. Pepper Cherry is really red, the liquid is.
Are those cold?
Mm-hmm.
Are you drinking them hot?
Yeah,
okay.
No, I had them in the fridge, and I pulled them out for this. But, you can taste the cherry, but you could definitely tell that the sweetness is not like the regular sugar that they use. It's still drinkable and good, but yeah, and obviously it's zero sugar, so they're doing different things, so it's not going to taste 100% like cherry, but it's definitely a nice twist. So for those of you that are wanting Dr. Pepper Cherry with no sugar, this would be a great alternative. I was going to say good, but no, it's great. A great alternative.
Interesting.
I don't know if I could. I don't know. Because knowing that there's aspartame, I'm kind of like.
So my suggestion for people that are on the fence, see if you can find a gas station that sells just single cans. That way you're not buying a full 12-pack. Or buy a full 12-pack or 24-pack, drink one, and then share them with your friends and neighbors. Spread them out. Give them flavor samples. 23 on the 23rd. Bring it back.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Because that's what I was planning on doing. Yeah. I know DC, our friend that we play Xbox with, he likes the cherry, so I was going to take up some of these zero sugar ones. All right. Now just the regular Dr. Pepper. And I've already, with our previous recording, just knowing that I have a lot to drink tonight, I've only done 3 of these. So I've got this flavor fresh in my mind. Let's see how this compares. This is the test.
This is a very special night for Zach because he normally is only allotted 1 Dr. Pepper a day.
And I've done that to myself just because I like to do things that are difficult.
Leslie, your reaction was great. Like, what?
Yep. So I announced that on our diet episode on January 1st. My first year in the Pepper Pack, I posted how many Dr. Peppers I can drink in a year, and I did 1,038, which is kind of a low number for me because my wife didn't want me to die. And then the second year was my collection. And then the third year in the Pepper Pack was my 23 on the 23rd, which COVID killed. And so Josh and I started the podcast. And so now I was like, I want to do something that's going to be crazy that I can document and share with people. And so I'm challenged myself, with the exception of days when we record, to only drink 1 serving a day. And we said, if I go to a restaurant or I have a big cup at my dinner that I can fill up with 2 liter or whatever, that we're limiting we're limiting it to like a 1 liter serving size. So that way I'm not just refilling it over and over again saying, yeah, I just had 1 cup.
Waco's gonna be fun.
So yeah, like that trip, I'm just like, Dr. Pepper, I need to figure out where vanilla float is in Texas because I need a lot of it. And I also need some of the heritage real sugar. Hook me up. You know, I'm gonna be
really honest with y'all. I never see it in stores. Like I see the cream soda.
Well, Leslie,
Look,
welcome as my new co-host. Glad you could be on the show. Zach is now officially.
I'll take that place.
No, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I'll be sitting there crying, and my wife's gonna be like, "Shut up."
Look, I live in like the DFW area, and I will say that, and I'm like 5.5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes from Dr. Pepper headquarters. Mm-hmm. And so I haven't seen it anywhere. I never get to get like the special Dr. Peppers.
So from what I know, it's only certain, that's not a word, certain plants that have the distribution rights to it. And I know there's one like in the Atlanta, Georgia area, because our other friend Josh from the ATO, he sees it more often down where he's at. And then Laura might hook up for vanilla float, but she says she hasn't seen it in a while since COVID. But that distributor is like the only one that gets to make and sell vanilla float. So I think sometimes it's in Texas. But yeah, I was like, I need that nationwide. But without any further ado, this is my regular Dr. Pepper 0 sugar. It tastes very, very similar. Because I drink so much, I could tell there's just a hint of a difference. And it's probably the initial kick, like, because regular Dr. Pepper, you get that, like, a nice sugar kick when you first take it. Then it's missing that first initial kick. But other than that, it's pretty spot on with the flavor of Dr. Pepper. So for those of you that are looking for a less sugar alternative, I would definitely highly suggest a Dr. Pepper 0 sugar.
Okay.
So yeah.
You need to give it a shot.
Yep, I would go find it, drink it, enjoy it, share it, throw it at somebody who's
if anyone in Utah knows where I can find it, would you let me know on Twitter or Instagram? Send me a message, let me know where I can find it. If not, I may just have to wait till May when we're in Texas.
Well, and the nice thing is it is supposed to be distributed nationwide. It's going to be a new permanent flavor, the 3 of those. So it's not like just certain areas get them, like those spoiled people down southeast with the vanilla float that don't share with us.
So rude.
Zach's not bitter.
I'm not bitter. I'm just caffeinated. Throw that out there again for you, Josh.
Man, I can't even.
Just wait till we meet in person. You're like, I'm glad we only have to do video chats twice a month, 4 times a month.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Anyway.
See what I got to deal with?
See what I have to deal with?
You get to deal with.
You hear those crickets chirping in the background? Yeah.
That means they're bored. So we got to talk about something.
So, Leslie, if you had the opportunity, given your creative gift, if you had the opportunity to develop a campaign to promote Dr. Pepper, I know, big question here. What would you want to
do? That's a really good question. That's a hard question.
Mind?
You would want to share vanilla float with the Dr. Pepper teacher.
I feel like I think something like that, like it would be nice to be have like all of the pepper pack, right? Like all of us be together. And I know they did this like a few years ago, I think, where
They did the
they
pit
had
stop in Oklahoma.
they did the pit stop, but the one I'm talking about is like for they like had ambassadors design shirts, and like they got to like pick out
day.
their shirts. Do y'all remember that? Yeah, the
Yeah.
design day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be really cool to do, to like get a bunch of people, bunch of, you know, peppers together. Like even if it's just state by state, we can't all for some reason, you know, travel to one state. Like how awesome would that be?
Like a pepper pack convention.
Yes, and like have all of us like together.
What did we name that last time? Do you remember? I came up with some.
I'd have to go back through. Pepper Pack No. I'll have to go back through.
We were talking about no, it was the podcast, the Pepper Pack podcast thing where we were talking about like having a station for the podcast where they can come and meet us.
the Pepper
passionate.
Pack. No, it's
experience.
the Pepper Pack
the Pepper Pack experience. That's what it was. Where we can get a bunch of the Pepper
that'd
Pack
be nice. Yeah.
And then,
I think it would be great, like to be able to get everybody together like that. And can you imagine, like, if they were to like almost make a commercial or like a like an ad with all of us from all of our different states, like together, like grouped up. Yeah, and then Dr. Pepper's telling everybody like be a pepper, like, and just showing like how much fun like we have as part of the Pepper Pack. How awesome would that be?
Because then we can end with, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Yeah.
And then we all drink at the same time, just
chug it.
Except Dario, who's over there snacking on cookies. Sorry,
you
Dario.
You almost got me to just go all over.
Oh,
so close.
Oh man.
No, I would agree. Like once we're able to gather together in mass quantity, I would love to have, you know, that Pepper Pack experience, and totally have like you. So when we had talked about it on a previous episode, the idea was there's 23 different experiences that everybody would go through. One of which obviously would be, you know, podcast related, because, you know, we have to have one. But I think if we were to have one where Pepper Pack members can come in and design stickers.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
And have you lead the charge on it, because from what I've seen on your store, you do a fantastic job. You have a very unique style.
Thank you.
Simple yet effective.
It's one of a kind,
you know,
just like Dr. Pepper.
I didn't just like Dr. Pepper. I think when I started my store, like it wasn't anything that I was like, oh, like I've seen some really great, like beautiful, like aesthetic stickers like across Etsy. And there's been times when I was researching like, okay, well, how should I do it? And how should I do this? And I was noticing that there were a lot of shops that all of their product was like very cohesive. Like all the same colors, like all the same, like just that very streamlined. And I was like, that's just not me. Like, I'm just not like, I think like, I think about it as like, I'm going to create stuff that like, I like, and like, hopefully other people like it. And if they don't, like, that's okay. Like there's other shops out there, but
they're down.
I've like I've slowly started to like add more stuff that like kind of just gets out more, like not so like narrow,
focused.
But I just didn't want it to be like, you know, a whole Etsy shop of rainbows, you know, like these are the kind, like today I added a Dexter sticker, you know, like I wanted it to be stuff that like I like on the regular, like I love Dexter, I love Dr. Pepper. There's so many things that I like that I'm like, oh, I wish I could create this, you know, but yeah, it's just something that like I wanted it to be effective, and I wanted it to like get across to people. Like I have stickers that are geared towards mental health, you know. I just wanted it to be a little bit of everything for everybody.
We need not a just potato one. And a Dr. Pepper can. And then it says the Pepper Pack Pod. And people just have to watch the show to figure it out.
Stop it.
Do you know that? Leslie, have you watched the episode with the potato reference?
No.
Okay, so let me fill
to
you
give
in. No, I'm going to tell her because it's more fun for me.
Okay.
So Josh always opens up the regular episodes. And
Mhm.
as we pre-record them, he opened it up and he introduced himself, I think, as me. And he's like, I just butchered this. And I was like, no, go with it. Keep going. And I was like, we're just going to run with it. And next thing you know, that's just how excited we are that we don't even know what we're talking about. And then potato. And Josh is like, potato? I was like, yeah, it's a potato. And so we just went with it. It was fun and we kept going. So now whenever we just don't have something to say, we just throw out potato.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime I get caught up on my words, Zach will occasionally, and we'll even do this like when I am actually on the Xbox playing, and we were actually in a game together, which hasn't been for a hot minute, and by a hot minute, like a while.
I'll be on tonight.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if I get on. But I'll get caught up on my words, and then Zach will just be like, blah, 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 potato. So that's the context, if you will.
The running joke.
Of that. Yeah. But no, I going back to what we were talking about, your store and stuff like that. I love the design style. And
thank you.
Everyone watching, you need to go check it out because it fits with any design style within your home.
And I don't know if you do this on all the orders, so I'm sorry if I'm going to commit you something. She always writes these nice little notes. And so she wrote a nice little note for me. It's like, I'm so glad that I'm going to have some of my artwork in your Dr. Pepper Emporium. And I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. That was really I do take the time to write out notes, and because that was one of the things I kind of like researched too, was like when I'm sending out orders, do I take the time to write out something, or do I take the time to just sign my name and put it in there and it's not personable at all? But I think some of my favorite orders that I've gotten out is people respond back, and when they're leaving reviews, or I had somebody message me earlier was telling me that she really appreciated me taking the time to write her and to kind of just share a little bit about me. That means a lot. This isn't my full-time job, like I said earlier, and it's something that I do to help with my mental health over this past year. And I think that if I can be more personable to people, the better. Like I don't expect this like Etsy shop to like take over, my life or anything like that. Like it's great. And I've gotten to connect with a lot of different people, and my stickers are all over the world, which is fantastic. I just sent one to Greece the other day. Like 2 weeks
cool.
ago. Yeah. So how awesome is that to know that like some little doodle that I put on my iPad is now all the way in Greece. It's nice. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
So I got one more question, and I feel embarrassed that it's taken me this long to ask, because we usually ask this all. No. Favorite flavor of Dr. Pepper? Do you like the regular? Do you like the regular with pure sugar? Do you like diet, cherry, vanilla float? Say yes to vanilla float. What's excuse me, burped. What is your favorite flavor of Dr. Pepper?
So outside of the normal regular Dr. Pepper, I actually really love like the real sugar Dr. Pepper. Like I've never been like a diet person as far as like drinks, and I can't get on board with it. Now I will say that like some months ago, me and my boyfriend were like, oh, we're gonna get healthy and we're gonna do keto, and I didn't last longer than like 2 weeks.
You did the T word. You didn't
like
commit.
Yeah. And like it was hard. It was really hard. Like not being able to have any like soda or sweet tea. Like I can't do it. Oh, hi puppy. So I did try. I saw this hack on TikTok. Where you put Mio, like the black cherry Mio, in a
oh yeah, I saw that.
And like the Topo Chico, is that what it's called? I'm probably butchering it,
yeah.
so sorry. But you know what I'm talking about. It's the clear, pretty bottle with yellow writing on it.
I never sampled it, but I had someone that did, and they said It was all right.
So
Did
if
you like
you
it?
put enough, I liked it. If I ever had to like go off of Dr. Pepper and like find an alternative,
The zero sugar.
if you put enough of the Mio, it tastes just almost just like it. Let me not say just like it, but it's close. It's close.
It's a close enough imposter that it's satisfying.
Yes. Yeah, to where it was like, okay, my body was like, what are you doing? What's happening here? Why are you taking away this goodness? But when I introduced that, it was like, okay, I'm not so mad at you now. So it's a balance.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what flavor? Because you started talking about it when you can't have the original. What would be your go-to flavor?
I would say if I can't have just the plain original regular Dr. Pepper, I'm gonna either do the real sugar, the one with the real cane sugar. I love that one. Or if I ever get to try the vanilla float, that'd be awesome. Cream soda is okay. It's like third on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think that I would like seek out to go and buy it. Like if I didn't have a Dr. Pepper and it was the only one, then I'd grab it. But it's not like, number one on my list.
So I know it'd be expensive, but I wish Dr. Pepper could just send all the ambassadors the vanilla float because it is so good.
Everyone needs to have it in their life.
Oh, it's so good.
I agree.
And I just want to I wish I had the money that I could send it to everybody, but I'm a teacher.
Then you also have 4 cans you have to finish before you go to bed tonight?
Yeah, but I'm playing video games afterwards, remember?
Oh, that's true, because it's spring break. Spring break for you. Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, Lesli, this has truly been an honor and a pleasure to be able to speak with you.
I appreciate you all so much.
So
I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to say, we're so glad you're here. And then I decided to stop because I was just, potato.
For those of you watching, I highly, highly encourage you to head over to Etsy, check out Lesli's store at 82017, and that's spelling it out. So best, or I'll just make it easy for you, and I'll put a link in the show notes.
And I challenge you to do the Pepper Pat Podcast Challenge, which is to buy 23 things from her.
And then hand them out to friends, family.
Stick them on random people's cars if you get the magnets. Not the stickers. Do the magnets. Do the magnets, not the stickers. I don't want you to get
stickers,
shot.
they probably wouldn't like that. Yeah, they get mad about that. Yeah.
But
so I'm gonna give you bad reviews. I'm sorry.
I know, and she's got 5-star ratings.
I'm so excited for that.
Buyers are raving about it. So,
I see 344 sales. Let's make that 1,023 sales by the end of the month. Let's go.
That would be beautiful. I would love that.
So
I'm sorry for all the little personalized letters.
Yeah, you're gonna get ready.
Yeah, my hand's gonna be tired.
She's like stinking Dr. Pepper teacher.
Blasted.
Thanks for the money and the ideas, but my hand is tired.
Carpal tunnel.
Exactly. Quit buying your same sticker of your spiky hair. No one wants to see it.
So what I was on track to say, oh my gosh, potatoes. So go check out Lesli's Etsy store, 82017. And then Lesli, if people want to follow you on social media, where's the best place for them to do that?
I'm pretty personable. I know people always say just only give out your business, social media, but that's just not me. I have my business Instagram, but I also have my personal. So, you can follow me at curls.love.drpepper on Instagram.
Because you got curly hair. I got it.
Because I have curly hair. Yes. And I love Dr. Pepper. You can follow my business Instagram, and that's 82017 sticks. 82017 was apparently taken, and I was like, how did they come up with that? I came up with 82017 because it's my kids' birthdays. That's what 82017 is. But I was like, how did somebody else, some random person, have that already? So I had to like add the word sticks on the end of it. So it's kind of random, but you know, gets the word out there, so it's fine. Whatever. I'm not bitter at all.
No, of course not.
No, not at all.
Awesome. Well, yeah, definitely. You know, for everyone watching, listening, go check her out. Check out the store. If you want to take Zach's challenge and buy 23 stickers and hand them out to friends and family, make sure to post it on social media so we can all see it.
Yeah, we want to see it. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Anytime. We definitely appreciate it. And of course, to everyone watching, thank you so much for joining us. If you want to sponsor an episode of the Pepper Pack podcast, head over to YouTube. Check out the awesome video that Zach made where he breaks down how to be able to do that. And then, of course, if you want our official Pepper Pack podcast merchandise, head over to redbubble.com. It's the only place you can find it. # not sponsored. But
# someone help us out.
And then as always, make sure to stay tuned to our social media as we will be providing more details later for the live episode in Waco at the Dr. Pepper Museum. So that's going to be awesome. And then Zach,
Josh,
I'm going to hand it off to you there, good buddy.
Oh, right. Well, friends, I almost did my little thing again that I did the other day. I don't know. All right, my Dr. Pepper friends, family, and people that are watching that aren't Dr. Pepper friends, then you should be, because Dr. Pepper is amazing. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening, Leslie. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. And we will drink with you guys next time.